Okay, so let's start with the chapter 21, which is less is more, paradox of choice. तो बेसिकली इसमें हम लोग को पता चलता है कि अगर हम लोग के पास बहुत सारा ऑप्शंस आ जाता है तो अल्टीमेटली हम लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं एंड कंफ्यूज होकर हम लोग हमेशा चाहते हैं वी वांट द बेस्ट थिंग. ठीक है. और बेस्ट ढूंढने के चक्कर में वी वेस्ट आवर टाइम एंड टाइम के साथ साथ हम लोग फिर चीज़ को लेते भी नहीं है, बाद में पोस्टपोन कर देते हैं. दिस इज समथिंग जो पर्सनली मैं भी फील मतलब फेस करता हूँ. एवरी वन आई थिंक मैनी पीपल फेस दिस बिकॉज चॉइसेस आर टू मच राइट नाउ. तो वही चीज़ है. लेस इज मोर पैराडॉक्स ऑफ चॉइस. तो इस पे आते हैं. तो माई सिस्टर एंड हर हस्बैंड बॉट एन अनफिनिश्ड हाउस. अनफिनिश्ड हाउस खरीदा तो अब सारा सामान खुद लगाना है. a while ago. Since then, we haven't been able to talk about anything else. ठीक है. The sole topic of the conversation for the past 2 months has been bathroom tiles, ceramic, granite, marble, metal, stone, wood, glass, every type of laminate known to man. Rarely have I seen my sister in such anguish. There are just too many to choose from. She exclaims, throwing her hands in the air and returning to the tile catalog. Her constant consumption. Okay. So I've counted and researched. My local grocery store stocks 48 varieties of yogurt, 134 types of red wine, 64 different cleaning products, and a grand total of 30,000 items. Amazon, the internet bookseller, has 2 million titles available. Nowadays, people are bombarded with options such as hundreds of mental disorders, thousands of different carriers, even more holiday destinations, and an infinite variety of lifestyles. There has never been more choice. तो बेसिकली यही है. ये अनफिनिश्ड हाउस ली तो हाउस में किस टाइप का टाइल लगाना है, क्या क्या चीज़ परचेज करना है, उन सब को लेके कंफ्यूज है बिकॉज देर आर टू मैनी चॉइसेस. अदर देन दैट आज ग्रोसरी स्टोर में अगर समवन गोज तो इतने टाइप का चॉइसेस है. योगर्ट 48 टाइप्स का आ रहा है, 134 टाइप्स ऑफ रेड वाइन है, 30,000 टाइटल्स ऑफ बुक्स है रीड करने के लिए. तो बहुत सारा चॉइसेस है आजकल. जब when the author was young, there are three types of yogurt, three television channels, two churches, two kinds of cheese, mild or strong, one type of fish, and one telephone provided by Swiss Post. The black box with the dial served no other purpose than making calls, and that did us just fine. Correct? In contrast, anyone who enters a cell phone store today runs the risk of being flattened by an avalanche of brands, models, and contact options. अर्लियर फ़ोन भी क्या था, आप जाओ वहाँ पे जाके एक ब्लैक कलर का फ़ोन पड़ा है उससे फ़ोन करो, काम ख़त्म. अब क्या, अब हम लोग फ़ोन मोबाइल फ़ोन्स आ गया तो मोबाइल फ़ोन्स लेने जाते हैं. लेने जाने पे भी बहुत सारा चॉइस मिलता है, एवलांच ऑफ ब्रांड्स, मॉडल्स बहुत सारा मिलता है. तो वो चीज़ के ऊपर है. एंड येट सिलेक्शन इज़ द यार्डस्टिक ऑफ प्रोग्रेस. अब सिलेक्शन अब ऐसा है बट ये दिस सिचुएशन इज़ देयर, सो द सिलेक्शन हैज़ टू बी डन. Selection, if we do selection तभी we would progress to buying things. So selection is the yardstick of progress. It is what sets us apart from planned economies and the stone age. Yes, abundance makes you giddy, but there is a limit. When it is exceeded, a surfeit of choices destroys quality of life. The technical term for this is the paradox of choice. इसको क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग, पैराडॉक्स ऑफ चॉइस. ओके. बहुत सारे चॉइस रहता है तो हम लोग का क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ भी गिर जाता है. In his book of the same title. Okay, so let's move ahead. Hmm. So in this book of the same title, psychologist Barry Schwartz described why this is a, ये read करना मुश्किल है. Schwartz, okay. This is so. First, a large selection leads to inner paralysis. To test this, a supermarket set up a stand where customers could sample 24 varieties of jelly. ठीक है, एक स्टैंड खड़ा किया जहाँ 24 वेराइटीज ऑफ जेली था. ठीक है. दे को ट्राई एज मनी एज दे लाइक एंड देन बाय द सेम एट डिस्काउंट. ठीक है. द नेक्स्ट डे द ओनर्स कैरी आउट द सेम एक्सपेरिमेंट विथ ओनली 6 फ्लेवर्स. यहाँ पे 6 फ्लेवर के साथ ट्राई किया. रिजल्ट क्या था, दे सोल्ड 10 टाइम्स मोर जेली ऑन डे 2. 10 गुना ज़्यादा जेली बेचा डे 2 में. Why? With such a wide range, customers could not come to a decision. 24 तो था तो 24 jellies था तो customer could not come to a decision. But वैसे जैसे the choices reduced, only 6 flavors were there, they could come to a decision. So they bought nothing. जब वो 24 there was 24 jellies, they bought nothing. But जैसे ही कम हुआ, they bought. Okay, 10 times more jelly was sold. The experiment was repeated several times with different products. The results were always the same. अलग अलग प्रोडक्ट्स के साथ they did experiment and results वैसे ही था. Second, a broader selection leads to a poorer decisions. If you ask young people what is important in life partner, they reel off all the usual qualities. What? Intelligence, good manners, warmth, ability to listen, a sense of humor, and a physical attractiveness. But do they listen? Do they actually take these criteria into account when choosing someone? But do they actually take this criteria into account when choosing someone? In the past, a young man from a village of average size could choose among maybe 20 girls of similar age with whom he went to school. He knew their families and vice versa, leading to a decision based on several well known attributes. Okay. Nowadays, in the era of online dating, millions of potential partners are at our disposal. It has been proven that the stress caused by this mind-blogging variety is so large that the male brain reduces the decision to one single criterion: physical attractiveness. Okay. The consequences of this selection process you already know, perhaps even for personal experience. Finally, large selection leads to discontent. How can you be sure you are making the right choice when 200 options surround and confound you? The answer is you cannot. The more choice you have, the more unsure and therefore dissatisfied you are afterward. So, what can you do? Think carefully about what you want before you inspect existing offers. सबसे पहले you have to know what you want before inspecting existing offers. Write down these criteria and stick to them rigidly. Write those down and stick to them rigidly. Also realize that you can never make a perfect decision. Okay? Aiming for this is, given the flood of possibilities, a form of irrational perfectionism. Instead, learn to love a good choice. Yes, even in terms of life partners, only the best will do. In this age of ultimate variety, rather the opposite is true. Good enough is the optimum, new optimum, except of course for you and me. So, what the author is saying that we want the best. So, don't think of the best. Okay, every time we want the best, have a good enough choice. This is good enough. Something you choose, tell that this is good enough. Let me buy it. If we go for the best, so we might find it, we might not, but uh, मतलब, we will try to reach for perfectionism. That is irrational. Irrational perfectionism should not be there. Whatever choice you had, tell it that this is not perfect, this is good enough. I am buying this. It's all okay. Otherwise, you will be stuck in decision making. Okay. Thank you.